Hey guys, it's Marshall Ting with your Superior Ag Insurance Ringside report for this past week, the week of October 8th through the 14th. So we've had a pretty good year, a pretty good week as far as your auction barns and markets are concerned across the state of Kentucky. Sold 18,559 head of cattle. Statewide, if you compare that to this time last week, it's going to be up about 4,000 head. But if you compare it to a year ago, we're going to be down about 2,000 head. So not off too much, but just going to reinforce the fact that this year's market cycle has been a little bit different than what we're used to seeing. Now, what's the market doing this past week? Well, actually, I think in some instances is pretty much higher. The USDA called it anywhere from $4 lower to $4 higher. I saw more of the $4 higher mark compared to last week, and some of your highs on these things are really good. Now, as far as your yearling cattle are concerned, not too much of a trade on your 8-weight division, but you did see some numbers on these loads of 8-weight steers that are far closer to what the CME feeder cattle index than what we have been seeing, and we had some really strong trade on your 6-weight heifers. Let's talk about these things. So as far as your full weight steer cattle are concerned this week, I'm going to give you 270 as an average on them. I gave you a dime last week. 270 was a little bit tighter of an average. 270, they topped off at $3, which is about $8 higher if memory serves than what it was this time last week. Now, as far as your 5-weight steer cattle, you did see a little bit more play and variation in your 5-weight steer cattle. Dollars-wise, I'm going to give you a 10-cent spread, 250 to 260 on them. They topped off at 278.60. So that's what's going on in your 5-weight division. Like I said, more play there than there were in the 4-weights. But let's talk about these yearlings. Now, yearling market has improved a little bit, getting closer to that CME feeder cattle index. Last week we were back. This week we're getting closer to being on the money. So here we go. Here's 58 head of steers. These are all black steers, 806 pounds on the average, 249.75. Here's 61 of them, just a hair heifer, 61 of them, 815 pounds on the average. All blacks again, 247.10. And then here's 54 of them, your mids, all black steers as well, 851 pounds on the average, 240. And then I didn't have any heavy 8s to compare it to, but I've got some light 9s, give you a pretty good ballpark idea. Here's 60 head of 9 weights, weighed 914, so just barely over the edge of them. They're all blacks at 233. So that's what's going on in the as far as your yearlings are concerned. Now, let's talk about these heifers. We had some really strong trade on 2 big sets of big black heifers that really rocked the bank. Now, here's 81 head of black heifers, 660 pounds on the average. Ready for this? 256.95. And then go 4 pounds heavier, the same type cattle, 82 of them, all black heifers as well, 664 pounds on the average, 250.70. So that's a really outstanding trade on a 6-weight heifer. Let's talk about your CME feeder cattle index. So your CME feeder cattle index for the week has been pretty much steady, not too much of a change. You'd see a little drop one day, and then you're right back on top the next. So Monday the 9th, CME feeder cattle index was 250.96. Tuesday the 10th, 249.79. Wednesday the 11th, 250.30. Thursday the 12th, 250.11. And then Friday the 13th, 248.26. So like I said, pretty much steady, a little bit of a drop, a little bit of pickup, a little bit of a drop, but all in all, pretty much steady. Now, if you have any questions about these numbers or you're interested in the LRP policy, a livestock risk protection policy, there's no better time than now. So reach out, call the guys. Call Ian Thomas at 859-613-2453 or call Adam Shoemaker at 859-338-4116. Check them out on the web, www.superioragins.com. As always, thank you so much. Look forward to talking to you soon.